All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back out here on this beautiful pond, and I have an awesome update for y'all, so y'all stay tuned and we'll be right back. All right, so welcome back, everyone. Glad y'all tuned in today. And so first things first, today we're going to fish this little bitsy bug jig around. And I have some good news. I mean, it's good news for everybody. It ain't a little bit of bad news for me, but good news for y'all. I gotta do some more looking into it, but what I think is happened is probably happened. All right, so I made a video the other day, or the other week, last week I believe it was. I've had some scammers on my YouTube. I guess these guys, or a guy, a girl, somebody was making a bunch of darn profiles, okay, and subscribing to people's channels, and it didn't happen until I released a video saying I'm giving away something. Then I got, like, I don't know, 20 or so people subscribed to my channel, and got a couple comments saying wish me luck on the drawing. So they're basically on there to win something, okay, and that ain't how this is going to work. So now that's happened, and I said something about it, I'm back down. I'm literally 199 subscribers, okay. And those who watch these videos, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's not going to affect you none whatsoever to subscribe. You know, if you like this channel and you like what I do. I know I do it personally. I watch a lot of videos I'm not subscribed to. And if I'm watching on a regular basis, I should subscribe to help them. And it benefits me too, because, you know, I can get on some of the giveaways and stuff these other guys do. But that ain't what I'm on there for. I'm on there to learn. I'm not necessarily looking to get anything. Just tips and tricks and, you know, just bass talk, fish talk, you know, just all that good stuff that comes along with that. But as far as winnings, people giving away stuff, okay, you got, for one, you got to be subscribed, okay, and for two, you got to comment. If you ain't commenting on my videos, you're not going to get picked, okay. And don't just comment to get picked to win something. Be legit, okay, be for real. Be like, okay, well, yeah, this is my thoughts on that, or I want to share experience with that. Hey, check this bait out, or try this technique. Be resourceful, okay? Help me help y'all, okay? All right, and you know, yeah, I don't comment a lot on certain videos, but that's because they're already, you know, a lot of videos I watch, they got, you know, over 1,000 subscribers, and a lot of people's talking this and that, and okay, well, he's getting a lot of activity. You know, missing one comment's not going to hurt him. But in my circumstance, where I'm not really out there, so to speak, I do have, you know, 200 subscribers is, in my books, pretty decent. I mean, it ain't compared to, you know, hundreds and thousands, but you get my point. I mean, y'all really understand what I'm talking about. I really hope you do anyway. But to keep from beating this dead horse, you got to subscribe and you got to comment, all right? And it just helps, and hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. It helps the channel. It helps, you know, I know God puts us in places that we should be, or, you know, we think we should be, or where he wants us. And if you know, I haven't felt any sense in this situation to not want to do YouTube channel. Every door's been open for it to happen. I wouldn't have had this much activity if it wasn't meant to be. I thought about canceling at one time, but I had this urge to say, just don't do it, just hang in there. So I've been hanging in here, okay? But it takes y'all to help, okay? You know, God makes things work for his will. But at the same time, I just got hung up. But at the same time, he uses people to do it. So if you're, in your heart, you gotta help. You can't just sit idly by and expect something to come to you. You gotta get out there and act, okay? So, but anyway, all right. Like I said, like, subscribe, and comment. That's how this channel is gonna grow. It'll really, really, really help me out a lot, and it'll help you out a lot too. Because if you ain't commenting, I can't put you in a generation system to pick a winner. I can't just go through. If I get 2 or 3 comments, yeah, I'll go in there and pick the best comment. But if I can get enough comments to where, okay, well, I don't feel biased by, me personally, I won't feel like, okay, well, I feel like I'm just picking this person for whatever reason. But if there's a generating system that can randomly pick a person without a person's, mind and process of doing it, if a computer does it, it's generating comment, and it just like you spinning a wheel and the wheel stops, boom, you're a winner. Okay, and that's the fairest way I know of doing it. Unless I give somebody something specific. Look, say this. If you say this and make this kind of comment, you're the winner. I'll go through and read the comments and pick the best comment. But I'd rather a computer do it. That way I won't feel biased about it, and just to help my anxiety out a little bit. The computer's doing it, then it won't feel like, well, I should have picked this one over that one. So with all, just having a computer do it will help me out a lot on that. That's why you need to comment. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. I'll go back to fishing. So we're gonna drag this jig around a little bit, and one more thing on that, and I'll leave y'all alone about it. I got to. I'm gonna go to when I get my grandmama's house this evening. She has a computer, I don't, and I'll go on my YouTube channel and I'll check and see if I can pull up, all the subscribers I have and see if they left the channel. If they have, hallelujah, praise Jesus. Thank you for all your prayers. If there are 1 or 2 still there, that's fine. I can live with that. If they pop up, then I know to block them or try to report them. So, all right. So let's get to fishing, y'all. Thanks again. Let's check this tree out over here. All right, nothing shallow. Oh, I mean, it's been cold past couple of days, like been down, low 30s. It's unusual down here in the south to get that, get that hard of a cold front. But I mean, it could be shut down. The water's, ooh, goodness, stump right there. The water's dirtier than it usually is. So it could have got them in a funk, but you don't know till you try. So just keep dragging around this Bitsy bug. I can do a Ned rig, but it's tired to throw that Ned rig. I like it. I want to throw this jig, man. See if this jig get. We'll get back on the Ned rig though. I know y'all been enjoying that Ned rig videos. It kind of shows, what a Ned rig is, and I think a Ned rig's more of a Clearwater presentation, but just fish it. No matter where you are, just fish it. The only way you're going to know whether it's going to work in your body of water is to fish it. Fish it more than one day. Get out there a couple days in a row on some tough days and fish it. On really good days. It ain't just a tough day bait. I imagine you get some awesome bites on good days. They're hunting stuff around on the bottom, moving around. But anyway, let's get back to dragging this jig around a little bit. Alright, nothing in that spot. I ain't dragging the jig all the way back to the bank. I'm just throwing out there. I was trying to get to that shade line and see if they're moving around in that shade line right there. And first 3 or 4 feet, I don't get a bit. If I don't get a bite, I'm just gonna move. And the great thing about a jig is, I got this Bitsy bug, and I tried some heavier jigs in these ponds, but the bottoms on them is so silty and muddy and soft that it's hard to drag one. So my personal opinion, 3/8 at the most in a pond dragging a jig, because like I said, it's just, it's just they get down in that mud, and a lighter jig won't go down in that mud as deep. But leave a comment, tell me what you think. Am I wrong, am I right, or is it a personal preference? Let me know what you think, you pond guys. Fish a lot of ponds like I do. What kind of jigs you use, how do you use them and what you do with them. Uh-oh, what's that? Okay, something in the water. I thought I was getting a bite there. And probably some of y'all will probably sit there thinking, why the heck does he have braid on his bait caster? Well, I didn't like it there for a while. I thought it was kind of pointless, but for you guys that have 2 or 3 rods, and for me, I got about 10 rods setups, okay. And then I got my pond fishing rods, then I take them, on the boat with me too. But having some complications with it, got aggravated with it, and now tying a leader to braid. But after further research and really thinking about it, I can change the line size. So I put 40-pound braid. I think this is 40-pound, it could be 30. So if I go like 30 or 40-pound braid, then it's got about the same thickness. If I want to go down to like a 12-pound line, it could tie to it well, all the way up to a 15-pound. I don't do 20-pound fluorocarbon because I don't really fish that really heavy stuff. You may find this surprising, but where I live, we don't have all them big grass mats, and we have a lot of lily pads, but not enough to worry about that kind of line, for me. But I don't fish a lot of that stuff. It's generally like this with some submerged grass or whatever. So 20-pound fluorocarbon is just, I don't need it. So 15 is about as heavy as I go. I don't have no problems with 15-pound fluorocarbon. So 30, 40-pound braid and to a leader. I can make that leader as long as I want. And the reason why I do the braid, because I don't have to keep changing my line. I was constantly, about twice a month, having to change my line out, because I do fish on a regular basis, but it's not a lot on the weekends. It's usually during the week, and once or twice here in the weekends if I can get it in. But usually it's during the week. It's when I fish on my lunch break, so I cast a lot. I'm beating this stuff up out here on these ponds, so this braid just made more sense. Yes. Having that extra leader knot. But I'm not going to talk about knots right this minute, but just kind of give you an idea. It just saves me a lot of money to put braid on here and just tie a leader. I don't have to keep changing my line out. And instead of breaking off a lot of line, if I get that leader hung up, I can break that leader off and reel in my braid. And it's the braid's a lot more manageable to me, cast better. There's a lot of benefits in the braid. You get around a lot of rock, just make your leader longer. Just put on a 15-pound fluorocarbon leader and make it twice as long as you usually do. As you tie the best knot you can tie as far as leader knot, you ain't gonna have a problem. I use Alberto knot. Now the Alberto leader braid knot, I don't have no problems out of it. The FG knot, it just takes too much time to do. And if you don't get that knot perfect, it fails. I've had it fail a lot. That's why I went to the Alberto knot. Yeah, it's a little thicker, but I don't have no problems out of it. Just to make sure you don't put it. Well, I'll take that back. I do have some braid on the micro guides, and it goes through that micro guide just fine. But anyway, I ain't gonna get on that. Just explaining why I have braid. It's just money wise, you don't have to change the line out as much. And I can just do a leader and make that leader as long as I want, depending on the water clarity. If I want to drop my leader, line size, I don't have to change out my whole spool. I can just change that leader. Okay, 12-pound fluorocarbon. Or if I want to put monofilament on it, I don't have to change out my whole spool. I can just change that leader out, boom, problem solved. So efficient wise, That's why I do it. Around the thought process, okay, that just makes more sense to do it that way. And I'm trying it. Like I said, I had some problems in the past with it, but the only way to get around them problems is to fix the problem that was giving you the problem. You don't have to tie a super strong knot at your bait. A unit knot don't do me no wrong. I have no problems with a unit knot. I broke off yesterday with this leader. It broke off at the bait. Didn't break my leader off. And I was using Alberto knot for my leader knot, and I was able to save my leader. But the right leader knot, the right line, the right size braid. You don't have to put 60 pound on there. 65, 50 pound braid, unless you're in some serious heavy stuff. But for me, this is what you see what I fish. So with that being said, give it a try. All right, well, that's it. So I hope that helps. Got a little bit of an update on the last video. Everything's looking good so far. We'll see how it goes. I hope these little tips and tricks I'm sharing helps too as well. And y'all see the little clip. You can get that off Amazon. I'll post a picture of it. You can get them off Amazon. It's a cool little deal. I had to put a zip tie. They got little rubber O-rings that go around them. They dry rot and pop off. So zip tie works. So it's got, you can stick the bait there or hook it there like that. So whatever works. But matter of fact, I'll show you what they are in just a second. Get all my mess out of the way. Here we go. Those right there. You can get them off Amazon. They send the little O-rings, but they dry rot. But you take a zip tie and tie around it, ain't no problem. So, all right. Well, again, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all at the next one.